Hi, welcome on board. I am Sherry Pills, and here's what we would discuss today: setting up brand solutions for your small business. All right, so the content of this video would be what is brand solution, types of brand solutions and their advantages or disadvantages, how to set up brand solutions, and summary and conclusion. All right, so let's get started. All right, so brand solutions for small businesses is simply the activity you engage in to foster trust and loyalty with your potential customers. Now, this video is a series, so do well to check out the other um, video topics I have discussed on for you to have a better understanding of what I am actually talking about. So, branding helps you create an emotional connection between your business and your would be customers. Now, the methods of brand solutions are offline or traditional branding. This is the distribution of brand awareness through TV, radio commercials, billboards, magazines, etc. The advantages or disadvantages of offline branding: this is what will happen. You would gain visibility, no doubt, but it's expensive. So, in my last video, I explained extensively what branding is all about and why you, as a small business owner, you should take advantage of it. So, in this video, I'm only going to show you how to set it up. Second method of brand solution is digital branding. Now, this is a DIY solution, that is, do it yourself. And this is done through social media platforms such as Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. We're going to discuss the advantage or disadvantage of digital branding. Now, this is much cheaper and very effective due to your global outreach. It helps you keep close real-time connection with your customers, but it's time consuming. So if you're talking about looking for a brand solution that it will cost you little or nothing, digital branding is your best bet. It's very effective. You get to reach in, wherever it is you are in the world. You get to reach almost everybody, every other person in the different parts of the world. And also, it gives you real-time connection. Imagine you talking to someone in let's say in China, you are in Nigeria, and you're chatting with someone in China, like WhatsApp chat. That's a real time connection. Exactly, but it's time consuming. Before it's something you have to build connection. You have to keep creating content and all of that. It's time consuming, but it's very effective. Okay, so how to set up brand solutions? First, you should know that as your business progresses, you are at liberty to reform your branding solution. So don't think too hard about the following elements we are about to discuss. With that said, you need to also understand that how you set up your brand right now as a small business owner will determine your success or failure, or perhaps get you lost among the crowd of competitors. So you need to pay close attention to how you are going to set up your brand solutions, be it the offline method or the digital method, because your branding actually determines your success or your failure. Okay, so in crafting solutions for your branding, you need to consciously pay attention to the following guidelines and ask yourself the following fundamental questions. Who are my target audience? Your customers and their pain points should be your utmost priority. If not, you wouldn't make satisfactory success in your business. So focus on your customers as they are the lifeblood of your business. You see, you need to find out what is their pain point, that is, their needs, and you have to find out their behavior. What are their values, their age bracket, occupation, etc. All right, you may be wondering, but how am I gonna get those personal information, as in those details I just mentioned in the other slide? Well, that's where you have to do the work. You need to get creative when asking questions. You need to go out and ask questions that will reveal the following details as mentioned in the previous slide. Questions such as, what do you find challenging as a mother, teacher, corporate leader, etc.? So, in order to achieve this, prepare a questionnaire and start from your friends, neighborhood, church, members, favorite customers, at the market, online groups or association, your schools, etc. You can also go online and find social media groups where your target audience are hanging out. Likewise, your social media analytics could help. Now, your social media analytics has to do with, you know, for instance, if you are on Instagram and you have a post there, Instagram shows you how many people are engaged in it, the age, the country, and their behavior. Did they read it? Did they stop halfway and all of that? Those things are called analytics. Those things helps. Okay. Next question, who are you as a business? This refers to what you offer best than others. This is called your unique selling point. That is your USP. Okay, that is your unique selling point. I just mentioned that. So, yes, most likely you would not be the first to venture into your line of business, but certainly you can give a better service or even product. You could be time conscious. So, in business ventures, most certainly the business venture you may be entering into is something that somebody else is doing somewhere. But the only difference is you have observed their operations. Perhaps you have had a bad experience with most of the business vendors in that industry, and you determine or you believe that you can do better. A typical example in this day and age, customer service is very, very poor, especially in Nigeria. Everybody is after making the money, nobody cares about the way the customer feels. So, can you do better? So, that's it. Can you be more customer centric or someone that pays attention to details? Most people don't pay attention to details. They feel it's time wasting and all of that. You should be able to find your unique selling point. So what you know that you have gained experience in and virtue in as a person, that would be your unique selling point. That is what makes you different from others. This is what would enable you stand out from the crowd of competitors. Yeah. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe if you're getting any value from this, and drop your comments in the comment section. Okay. All right. Observe the competitors in your industry. It's advisable to study your industry trends, as most likely, whatever business you are venturing into, as I said earlier, you are not the pioneer of it. Somebody else is doing the same thing you want to do. The only difference is when you put your own creativity to it. Pablo Picasso, a renowned artist, said, great artists steals. They get inspired by other people's creativity and invent something better. Thomas Edison improved what other researchers had begun. So Thomas Edison was inspired by what other researchers tried doing, but they never did succeed. So he came and tried and tried and tried. Obviously, it must have been a very difficult activity or venture, but eventually, the rest is a beautiful history. So, to be successful with your brand solutions for your small business, you must observe what is working for successful brands. Then look for lapses or gaps and see how you can make a difference with your product and services. Once you have done that, you are now ready to develop your mission and vision statement and core value proposition. Okay, so now it's time for you to choose your brand voice and craft your brand story. Once you have done these other things we've discussed about in the last slides. So, choosing your brand voice and crafting your brand story is all about building emotional connections between you and your customers. In the previous video, I elaborated more on this. Okay, so what kind of voice do you want to have? Is it a friendly voice, a cooperative voice, or an authoritative voice? You decide. Once you have determined that, you can now start to tell your story, and that is the reason why you decided to start this business. This only helps your customers connect with you so easily as people are drawn to personal conviction. So it depends on how you tell your story. If you are authentic, it will resonate with somebody who understands, who feels, the same way you do. All right, as much as you can, try to keep your story short and simple and relatable. And the best way to get started is to write down your core values, your mission, and your vision statement. All right, now the following guidelines should help you come up with something. However, don't try to be too thorough with it, being that you are just getting started. As time goes on, you will get perfect at it. So, when you get started following these guidelines, don't try to see, oh, I need to make it perfect. It needs to sound very perfect before, I pen down something. No, just write down what comes to your head, just let it flow. And after that, you cross check it with the following guidelines we are going to look at right now. So bear in mind that building brand loyalty, that is connections, is a gradual process. Everything has a process. Let's forget about the digital age that makes us think that processes are boycotted. No, everything has a process. So the earlier you know that and understand that, the better for you. So core values. Business core values are sets of principles and essential beliefs that guide and drive a business towards achieving its mission and vision goals. These values affect business decisions, product ideation, that is what kind of product you want to create or offer in the market, and how relationships are built and maintained in the course of your business lifespan. Please note, your values should come from the main reason why you decided to start your business. All right. Now, here is a summed up example of such business core values. Now, this business core values is like a general core values that houses other core values, beneath it, like truth, integrity, respect, responsibility, compassion. So, that's that. Now, do well to research on other company or business core values. Just go on Google and, type whatever company comes to your head and go ahead and look at their core values and get inspired. So, you can come up with sets of core values unique to you when you do that. All right, mission statement. Mission statement is simply statement about your values, goals, and objectives. This helps you pay attention to what matters most to your business. Let your mission statement clearly express what your brand does, that is, your product or services. and for whom you are to serve, whom you are offering to serve. So here's an idea on how to write your mission statement. Briefly describe your business offering, that is your products or services. Identify your business core values. Bear in mind that this is what draws connection between your customers and your workers. Again, in the last video, I expatiated more on this. So you can do well to check it out. Connect how your business offering aligns with your values. Bring these statements together to form two or more statements, but not more than a paragraph. Ensure your above statement is simple, short, and understandable. Okay, so in all, ensure your overall statement communicates your values to your customers. So your mission statement should not be more than a paragraph, or let's say three sentences or more. So if it's not three sentences, then it should be that of a paragraph. Okay, don't be scared, as I said earlier, to pen down what comes to your head at first, then make amends until you are comfortable with what you have. All right, so here is an example of a mission statement. BBC's mission statement states this: to act in the public interest, BBC serves all audiences through the provision of impartial. When I talked about truth, sincerity, that is it, impartial, high quality and distinctive output and services which inform, educate, and entertains. So, as I said, core values. I showed you truth. Under that truth, impartiality. So you can see the impartiality is a value that is under the broad topic of core values, which is truth. I hope you understand that. Okay, you can check out well-known companies' mission statements for further inspiration. Don't copy, but for inspiration, don't forget what Pascal said. Steal like an artist, meaning that get inspired by other people's work and come up with your own. All right, so how to write your vision statement? Let's move on. Note, your mission statement has to do with the everyday tactical strategy. That's what your mission statement is about. You apply to your business and its operations in order to achieve your visionary goals of being recognized worldwide. So, your mission statement should reflect the things you do on a daily basis in your business so as to enable you get to that vision for your company. Okay, so vision statement in a nutshell is a brief yet captivating description of where or what space your business seeks to occupy in the world. To write your vision statement, you need to pay attention to the following. Okay, so these are the things you need to pay attention to. Make sure is ambitious and inspiring, yet not unattainable, lest it becomes a fancy statement. Now ensure that it's a bit broad and not narrowed down. Ensure you use simple but proper adjectives or adverbs in your description. So don't be afraid to make your first draft. You can show it with trusted friends. You can show it to trusted friends rather, who should give you a feedback and if need be, readjust and write. Now here are examples of a vision statement. Google's vision statement is to significantly improve lives of many people as possible. So you can see it's a vision, is what they hope to achieve down the road. To significantly, they use adjectives there and adverbs to describe intentionally what their vision is. Improve lives of many people. Now that is not narrowed down to one person, or improve lives of one person, let me say a mother, but many people, which is quite broad. Now it may seem as if it's so broad and somehow not achievable, but you can see eventually they've been able to improve the lives of so many people worldwide with their information. So it says to significantly improve the lives of many people as possible. The next one, BBC Vision statement states to be the most creative company in the world. Now somebody may be asking, can one person just like you now that is trying to start a business, can you improve people so many people's lives, just you? Of course, it's a vision that as time goes on, the way you started, the things you do, how you attend to your customers, as time goes on, if you're following your values, if you're following your principles, as time goes on, if you're doing what you're doing right, you will improve the lives of so many people that come in contact with your business. I hope you get the drift. Okay, so now let's get into designing your visual identity. As I said in my previous video, I expatiated more on what branding is all about. Branding is not just the fancy logo, the name. It's much more than that. It's all these things we are discussing here. Is more about building connections. It's more about working on the emotions of your customers. And these things we are discussing, the design, your design, which is now your logo, your colors, the things you choose, is what is actually going to build connection, make your customers feel committed and loyal to you by these designs we are going to discuss. So your vision statement, your mission statement, all those things are entwined in your branding. So I don't want you to, whenever they talk about branding, all you think about is just the logo and just the what do you call it, the name. It's more than that. Okay, so design your visual identity. So now that you have gotten these other elements, as we discussed so far, it's now time for you to design your visual identity. This has to do with the physical aspects, that is, which the eyes can see. So that is what your customers can see, such as your colors, logos, fonts, and images. You have to ensure you choose the visual elements that will present your brand in the way you want it. Okay, so if your brand, you decide to choose a friendly voice for your brand, it must be able to reflect in your colors, it must be able to reflect in your logo, it must be able to reflect in your tagline and your messages, your adverts. That is, it reflects your values, mission, vision statement. This is going to help you build emotional connections with your customers. Okay, pay attention to the following: the kinds of colors you use, as each color and shades of colors represent a positive and negative impact on the psychology of your customers. So, for instance, the positive attributes of red are passion, power, energy, fearless, excitement, etc. The negative aspect of this red is either anger, danger, warning, aggression, or pain. The positive attributes of blue are trust, dependability, logic, serenity, security, etc. The negative attributes of this blue is coldness, emotionless, unfriendliness, unappetizing. So it depends on the shade of blue you choose. You have to go and do more research on this so that you'll be able to know the exact shade you should choose for your branding. Furthermore, the positive attributes of black is sophisticated, elegance, bold, security, authority, etc. The negative aspect is oppression, coldness, heaviness, mourning. Excuse the typographical error there. It's mourning when someone is, you know, not happy, crying over something. I did suggest you stick to at most 3 colors. If you can stick to 2 colors, better. But if at all you must use more than 2 colors, stick to just 3 colors. One of them should be dull, one of them should be bright, and the other one should be a medium tone color. Okay, go ahead and do more research on the colors and come up with something unique to your brand. All right, ensure you choose the right fonts and high quality images for your visual design. When choosing fonts has to do with the writing. Like for example, what you're seeing here on this slide is the font, the kind of font I chose. The kind of fonts you choose, you should know the kind of fonts that is appealing. Do your research, and then the images you use should be high quality images. Now let's get on to logo design. Okay, so last and a least for today is the logo designing. Okay, a logo is a symbol that represents your business. All right, now here are some simple criteria for your logo designing. Please ignore my typographical errors. So ensure your design is simple, unique, memorable, and strategic. It shouldn't be complicated. Ensure that it is attractive and appealing to your customers. That is, it reflects the image of your brand. So here are places in which you could check up for inspirational ideas on how to design a logo that best suits, and represents your brand. You can check out Pinterest, Fiverr, and Upwork. Okay, and that's it. We've come to the final end of this video and its content. However, you should know that as a small business owner, designing a professional logo should cost you little or nothing at all if you are willing to learn how to design one. You don't have to learn. If you don't want to learn, please ensure that you pay somebody, a professional, to do that for you. Don't forget, the kind of logos, fonts, colors you choose is what builds connection between you and your customer. So you make sure it has to be done right. However, you can learn it. All right, if you are interested in that, watch out for my next video where I will show you how to design a professional logo for your brand. Until then, catch you later.